Dale Edward Campbell, Chief Boat Spanley. I don't know if I said that right. A little nervous. But this gentleman, you know, he can't be here to speak. And I'm here to speak for him. I'm here to speak for all of us, what we want and what we have, you know, what we should have. You know, and if we all come out here and talk, we can get every involvement of what we can do to make a change for everyone and make things right for everyone. We're all here for
I want.
we want to be able to be involved in fair market. We want to be involved in investing, passive income, like the television.
Good morning, Sunkiss. Good morning. Good morning.
I want everybody to
Good morning, Carol. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Sister T. Hey, Sister T. Good morning, everyone.
Stop the fraud.
Yes.
No more naked shorts. No more naked shorts.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We are in DC. We are at a Occupy SEC 2023. It has to do with the stock market and the manipulation from the market makers and hedge funds. And it's going to get pretty big. Hey, Lady Buckeye, how are you? How are you? Yeah, these things keep on getting stuck in my legs.
Right, that's right. That's right.
Good morning, good morning. Got some more over here holding signs. I'm a stock investor too, so that's why I came. This has been planned for months. Well, nice to see you, Lady Buckeye. Hey, McFly, how are you? They'll get more and more people here, so don't worry. Good morning, Bruce. Andy, how are you, brother? Hit the thumbs up. I'm your way in.
But that's my favorite. That's why I give them 11 million. So they would call them they would be quiet. But the DOJ found the money.
Counterfeiting is a federal crime.
And how you doing?
Good. How are you?
And then, you know what Sam Bankman-Fried is trying to do? He's trying to get the court to allow him to access FTX funds. He said because what he did didn't have nothing to do with FTX, and he should be allowed to access FTX funds.
See, they all.
No, it's absolutely outrageous. And
It's
then,
so funny,
and
they all
then,
have their
then
own
what makes it worse, the FTX bankruptcy attorneys wanted to depose his parents and his brother because they want to know the source of their income. Right. Because you know what they believe? They believe that that money came from FTX, and if they can prove it came from FTX, they're gonna do clawbacks. They're gonna do clawbacks. They're gonna take that money back. Of course, they're gonna follow the money.
You know, this is me off too. Is media kind of made a celebrity out of
Good morning, Lee.
Yeah, but he's going to jail. He's going to jail. He's done. He's done. But I believe he's the fall guy for the real big dog because you know what he did? He filed a motion with the court so that the courts won't say who signed his bail papers.
I heard about that. Yeah.
He doesn't
got
want
bailed out,
us to know who signed his bail papers. Mess around, we see Ken Griffin's signature on that. Okay? He don't want the court.
Just imagine that.
How you doing?
Do you live on an island or do you live in Florida?
Well, I travel a lot. But I actually live in Florida. But
I'm gonna say you the concrete, so I like.
Yeah. I live in Florida, but I go to the Dominican Republic a lot.
Good morning, Sarah.
That's why you think.
Still a little early.
No, regular. Yeah, I travel a lot, so I go to the a lot out in Florida. I do some on the beach here sometimes too.
And my buddy, and I done the research.
I kept on walking up the hill, though, you know, where the box is, and I thought, they have. And I picked somebody, and they said, up here, Union Station.
Right.
Straight ahead, that is the Security and Exchange Commission. That's who we are here to protest.
I don't know how I feel about you.
Actually, they call it a rally. It's called OccupySEC23.
Double layer.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
But I believe that because yesterday was positive, I believe that
And it's a race. With the racing of the LSX series, they have to put more bolts down on the motor. So we got that, the turbos on that, what else you saw? LSX block. And it's a race.
well,
So that's the thing, how to work is taking time. Go there, and that's the frame.
Let's go to Buffalo's house. Funny, Carol.
Basically what it's about.
Oh, Andy does?
Annie.
Oh.
Annie. Well, I can't type it.
Annie, so this is about pretty much the stock market and the money system. The SEC has done nothing but lie, manipulate everything just like our government. They're stealing people's money in the stock market daily on a thing called naked short selling. It involves the hedge funds, the market makers, and we're here to stand up. I have a lot of stock in the stock market, and it's supposed to be a free market, and right now it's definitely not. They're counterfeiting shares to make the price of shares go down. Let's say there's 1 million shares for sale of a single stock. What they do is they borrow shares from all these banks and institutions. They never, they're supposed to have a certain time to repay those shares that they're borrowing. What they're doing is they're not doing that. They're just, it's inflating the stock. So let's say there's 1 million shares of, let's say, AMC. All right, so once they get doing their doing, there's probably about 8 million shares now because of market manipulation and short selling and borrowing and not paying back. So it's a federal crime. It's counterfeiting. And they're just getting away with it, just like our government's getting away with everything they're doing. Oh, short selling is illegal. But the SEC, which is supposed to overlook the stock market and govern it, they're not doing their job. They've been caught on their computers during the day on porn sites, and they never get in trouble. So, getting more and more people out here. Yesterday was pretty big. I didn't make it up yesterday, but hey, AMC Kingdom can explain it also. He's one of us. Yep, and it's totally legal. We're supposed to have a fair market, and we're definitely not in a fair market. We're in a let's steal every American's money. That's what they're doing. Hey, CJ. Gary Gensler is a piece of crap and needs to be fired. He has done nothing at all.
Yeah, I love that. Oh my god, I love that car. If you ever heard one running now, oh my god, it's just like, seems like a symphony. Yes, it's so quick. I mean, it's just incredible. But that's what he's building. It's an R8 exhaust system out of titanium, $10,000. He just sent me the picture like the other day or so. Hey, you gotta follow up, you know, if you gotta hook up, you have to let you.
Oh, I know. Oh, there's one over there.
Try to type, my hands are so cold.
Already?
Yeah, his hand is frozen. Trying, guys.
Did you? What kind of bike you want? I got one too. I got Harley too. I've got a 99-inch quadro combo. It's a
Good morning, guys.
Morning, good morning.
99 road, and it's got the 14. And it's got the 1450. Glide or something like that. I can keep it straight. To the corner where people are doing this. It should be hard because it's separate. It should be hard. You should be able to move it. You want to do that? We'll roll. We'll roll. Where else do you want it? Like,
Well, I'm thinking.
yeah, let's figure out where we want it.
Our government is the biggest criminal. Yes, I agree, AMC Kingdom. I agree. 35 to 1, my 7,000 shares turned into 200. Well, luckily I still got 1,000 shares of AMC, and now I got 1,000 shares of Ape since they did their split. Yeah.
Great. And then
Oh,
like
yeah.
walking with
Like a Sportster.
all the people lined up right there.
They're inexpensive, but I'm going to tell you right now, after about 9 months, you're going to want something bigger, more powerful.
Oh yeah, that's definitely good if we ever get the criminals out of there. I have a bunch of other stocks too, but those are my big ones. No, Brian F. It's a SEC thing. They're the ones that are in charge of overlooking the stock market, and so is our government. And they let the politicians do everything, like Nancy Pelosi. So. Oh yeah, Bruce, I'm good with that. Tell Mike the Marines sorry I didn't show up. Yeah, I definitely will. Does he know you by AMC Kingdom? Hey, Ann Lake, how are you?
I'm not taking somebody out.
Ah, you're good. Hey, Mike. A guy named AMC Kingdom said hi. Sorry he didn't make it. He's one of my followers.
He's
so.
my buddy.
Oh, is he?
I've known him for 2 years now.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
So, let me see. He was watching me too.
Yeah,
What's up, AMC Kingdom? You know I got you, bro. It's no big deal if you couldn't make it. We appreciate it. Okay?
Awesome.
You're well loved, my friend.
Yep, he's watching on here.
So which one are you? Which one are you?
I'm Buffaloman11.
Buffalo what?
Buffaloman11.
Okay.
Yep. I'm a stockholder in AMC.
Hey, the taxi drivers want information. You think I can get them to put stickers on the back of their taxi cars?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go try.
Awesome.
I mean, I don't think that they're there. Maybe the Uber drivers. Maybe I can get the Uber drivers.
CC needs to stop.
Hey, you know how we said you're infectious?
Yeah.
Okay, go be infectious.
It goes until 4 o'clock, CJ.
Woo!
4 o'clock. So it's just really beginning. Hey, Rhonda G. Nice seeing you again.
Yeah.
It's 1,300.
I might go text him.
Right?
Let's all go with our cameras.
Yeah.
Hey, are you federal agent?
Yeah. Hey, there's a guy from.
You don't have something like that. Just my pants. Look on his right side.
What's up, man? Good. Remember him? Oh, so there's a federal agent over here or something.
Sorry, I had to help him while those cards went flying.
Oh, I know. Which one is it?
He could be off duty, but still, he has it on the right side. Look on the right side of his sweater. Now, when you buy sweatpants in Walmart, you don't have that on your right side.
Hey, Chrissy.
I'm not military, but you know, I'm not.
It's against the SEC, which is the Security Exchange Commission, and our government for manipulating the market, stealing everybody's money. Huh? No. That's the Capitol. It's a federal agent right here. Yeah, I was gonna. I don't. Yeah. No, I ain't. Yeah. Hey, Reba girl.
Feds always look like they're out jogging around.
Oh, I know.
They always do.
Pretend to sit there and watch. I seen him looking. Hey, Grow Better, how are you?
Oh, is the flag wave over? Must be. What was that time this morning? I was watching it for a few minutes.
Yeah. Yes. Not worrying.
Okay. Sorry.
Hey, Kathy. Yeah, he's definitely a fan. He's leaving now.
That's guaranteed. Because he was there the whole time.
I seen him looking over here too.
Right. I figured I'd go over there and check it out. And he didn't leave. Then when you guys come over, now he left.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a good one. Mark that one.
They'll be here. They ain't starting until later yesterday.
No, I didn't mean that.
Oh, they'll be here.
Random people were trying to run that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Probably just wondering what's going on. Hey, Donnie, how are you, brother? Yeah, it's definitely been a minute. I'm in DC at a Occupy SEC23.
That guy must be his first assignment.
Just pictures of this sign over here.
No, I do. I worry about it here today.
When you going back?
Mad Mass Awareness Days.
I got
Huh? Yeah. Y'all staying over? I don't think so. I have another thing in the morning at the at that church in Virginia Beach, so I will not.
Is that when
All I can see is the sunshine, something we haven't seen. Oh, I know, Donnie. Good, how you been, buddy?
Yeah.
Still here, huh?
Yeah.
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 Awesome.
oh, what's the sound?
Jogging is like going for green light. That's why.
Inside info trades. Oh yeah, Grow Better, definitely. That needs to stop too.
Buffaloman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, jag såg det over here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They just do.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
You still covered the other protests? Like the March for Life and the
Oh yeah.
J6 and all that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is he covered our Iran protest?
No, I'm part of this too.
Are you part of it?
Yeah, I own a lot of stock, so
Oh.
been dealing with this stuff forever too.
Yeah. Are there other protests?
What's that?
Are there another protests today?
No, probably not. Yeah.
I thought maybe they protest about the police video.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe later.
They protested yesterday.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Is there a lot of people out there?
Not really. It's just medium amount.
Medium.
Yeah.
At least there wasn't no riots or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
It was peaceful. Yeah. Yep, wifey is sitting right here. She's trying to stay in the sunshine.
It's not too bad though.
No, it's not. It actually feels good. Oh, Kath, I've had these same stocks for, let's see, I've had AMC probably for about 2.5 years, 3 years, 2.5 years. It's way, there's so many shares that people don't know about because of the hedge funds and the government manipulating it. So I have 1,000 shares of AMC and 1,000 shares of another one called Ape. I did have 2,000 shares of AMC, but they did a split and they gave me 1,000 shares of Ape. So, but at one time I was up to like $60,000, and then they started manipulating it even more. And I think right now the value is about $5 for AMC and like almost $2 for Ape. So, but I'm holding. It's gonna, one of these days it's gonna short squeeze and we'll all be happy. But the government's trying to hold that back because they're a piece of crap. Everything they do is manipulated. All the reports you guys see come out, the jobs report, the CPI, it's all manipulated. All manipulated. Yep, trillions of synthetic shares destroying our market. Yeah, the SEC building's right here. It's right in front of us. That building right there. The guy in charge of it is Gary Gensler, and he does nothing. He's like probably just as useless as Biden. Oh yeah, they do. Hedge funds, they need to just ban short selling. It ruins markets everywhere. Overseas, it's banned, multiple places. Oh, you got Duke Energy. We got Dominion Power. Oh yeah, you do gotta watch everything these days because there's crooks everywhere. There's crooks everywhere, especially our government. Our government's the biggest crooks in the United States. Oh yeah. Yeah, Nancy Pelosi sure could explain it. More and more people's coming. More and more people. I was gonna come up yesterday. It was there's probably about 150 people here yesterday. I just couldn't get off of work. Oh yeah, my electric bill is probably close to $400 a month. It's ridiculous, and we don't even keep we're not even home a lot, so.
I'm tired of 99%. To mingle all that together.
Let's see what these guys are talking about.
Now, when it comes that people buy shares over those years, but also at the last minute, when there's a threat of a squeeze, FINRA stops trading. That doesn't seem assuming they're protected. They're not protected. I think there can be an argument made that these people at FINRA have relied on computer runs to track
It's until 4 o'clock.
And so SEC approved that trading, I forget now, like a week before or 4 days before, something like that. So FINRA gave their blessing to my memory on Wednesday, and Thursday was the last day of trading. Well, there's 250 2,200 broker dealers or more. Many of them get this approval, and they look into their books late on the afternoon on Wednesday. How do we settle into a private company? We can't do this by Monday. So I bet the phone calls were going back to FINRA.
How do you think they're going to I can hear.
Well, to me, there's only 4 ways to reconcile it. To me, the smartest, which I don't think is going to happen, not angry at Nextbridge. We're all just going to get together over the internet conference table. I think Nextbridge should issue a billion shares. Now, there may be all sorts of things they have to do to get approval. They should do it at a really high price, hundreds of dollars a share. Then the criminals have to put up every bit of money they made and fines. A broker-dealer may go down, a prime broker will go down, but they have to put up money. To the extent that the money doesn't get covered, it goes by the DTCC. I don't think it's good. That's what I just described. I don't think it's going to happen. It's the smartest thing, but I don't think it's going to happen. But you're right. But what's the motive for the short sellers to agree a settlement? They don't go to prison, and there's no discovery. They're afraid of discovery, and they're afraid of prison.
The minute that it's discovered, then
That's right. The most likely thing they're going to try to do, I agree with, I can't say the first name, Erhan, E-R-H-A-N, Erhan.
Okay.
I love Turkey. I love Turkey. That's why I came today. I also understand thank you. With this war, whatever it's going on in Russia and the Ukraine, apparently Russians are buying property in Turkey. I don't know.
both of them.
Yeah.
Ukrainian too.
Yeah, they buy a house. Anyway, I think the most likely thing they're going to do is it's going to go this lawyer way, and time helps the shorts. Time helps the shorts.
If you give them $5,
what happens to your driver's license?
he will sell it.
That's what I want.
Okay.
That's what I want. No. You know what I want? I want everybody coming together. Yeah. I wish we can.
Just trying to find a video for you guys to watch.
This would be it.
It'll tell you what's going on.
You know
And
what they will get us on?
it's called the Wall Street Conspiracy
But they don't
movie.
go after the criminals for collusion. But I think that's what, if we all hold out for a good price, they have to buy back every share. Every share has to be bought back.
If I gotta pay 4% by the share.
Think about that. They have a Senate issue here.
We got a thousand. That's it.
Small guy, big guy, big guy.
All right, guys, if you want to watch that link I just posted, it's called the Stock Market Conspiracy. It's actually really good, and it kind of explains why we're out here.
It would have gone to thousands of dollars.
No, but
And it would have been
it
$1 trillion problem.
The big stack people set the numbers. We don't, but they know.
There is a possibility, by the way, from 2 nights ago they said that they're going to start trading again.
If it's a short term, good.
What?
If it's like an open,
No, it'd be
They'll
like
be
a
out
few
there.
days.
days, right?
There's more and more.
shorted again. You know what I mean, right?
Oh.
Yeah, no, tell it again. Because I call them bandits.
They are bandits.
You call them criminals, I call them bandits.
They're bandits.
They're against the law. They don't care nothing. They do it and they say, I did it, it happened. You got no choice.
And then once it's down, that becomes a fact on the ground. Everyone says, oh, the merger will work. You don't know they were going to be a good company. Why isn't the stock price up? And then you start from the low price.
It's kind of like a middle of the basketball game. You see your team losing. Look, we're saying change the rules. Change the rules. Look at it.
Who benefits?
Financial system is set up like this, though. Look, we have gained money.
Oh, he let him know.
No.
The Russian oligarch recruited the FBI agent to investigate. What the? Just get the video.
Linda, I'm not for sure.
Just happened is everybody knows.
Hello, the IG.
Save the little thing.
You get home when we get home.
Maybe there should be a website. We gotta make some react to No, maybe
Yeah, I know.
everybody deposit there. Nobody touched the Whenever you see the million on the account, then you will start doing the job for it. You're not gonna touch less than $1 million. It's a huge thing. You gotta ask if you go on file, they gotta send you this much. Who are you going after? I can see what you can.
There's Union Station. There's the SEC. That's the Federal Building. Watching from Kenya, Africa. It's a rally against the SEC, which is our financial system, Securities and Exchange Commission. They're supposed to be overlooking our whole system, and they do nothing other than manipulate the market, flood the market with fake shares. The hedge funds are crooked. They're thieves. Something called naked shorts, where they borrow shares from other institutions like banks and stuff, and they go sell them, and it just floods the market. Stop short selling. So that's what they're out here for, is for a free, balanced market. Hey Jared, how are you, buddy?
I'm down for it. Right, I'm the guy you want to hang out with. That's the one-on-one on my team.
I literally just looked up and you're gone. So sad.
Yep, I said hi to Jared. So when you guys get a chance, go watch that video. Hey, good morning, Patricia.
What's up? How you doing, man?
I gotta stop every so often when my hand hooks. My hand.
That guy. Yeah, exactly. Why? Yes. But there are some things that I think that, you know, if I would have for example, there's right. You know, they try to trap her like basically about saying like yeah. And then Christ specifically said
You got people over by Union Station too. Other Lady Liberty.
She made better signs. Can't see the handwriting very good. I gotta take breaks because my hands get really cold.
It's not even cold out here. I've seen some stickers too.
Right on the table. It ain't going nowhere. It's not going nowhere.
This is why we're here today, guys. Occupy SEC23.
Thank you for being a friend.
Yes, Jared, you are my friend. Thank you, brother. I hope you're doing okay.
Stop counterfeit shares and market corruption.
Stop counterfeit shares and market corruption. Join the movement. There's another one.
Yeah, you ain't say she's busy. Good Lord.
Yeah, it is.
Where's everybody going? On the train.
It's always. Into the blue streamers. The blue streamers. It's a. And just showing you MMTLP. Struggling each day, results show heart failure due to falling left. Oh no, sorry to hear that.
Praying for you, Jared.
We're definitely praying for you. Everybody's praying for you, Jared. Hey Bonnie, how are you?
Hey, you guys want to know about how TD Ameritrade and Charles Schwab and Bank of America destroyed documents, which led to the 16 largest investment firms getting hit with a $1.1 billion sanction? Happy to tell you about it. It was on TikTok.
Ah.
In fact, my name is Marlena Geddes,
Uh-huh.
and I was actually the whistleblower that alerted Bank of America to the fact that they were destroying documents of internal whistleblowing for 2 years prior to them actually backdooring into my system using the Microsoft Azure framework. They did it while I was teaching a class. I used to be the lead performance advisor for Bank of America Merrill Lynch nationwide.
They're all crooked.
I actually used to teach financial advisors ethical investing. And one of the things that I told them was that naked short selling was literally taking away the rights of a company to be able to properly restructure their debt, just like we did to Puerto Rico.
Yep.
When they do this, all they allow is for their little cronies to hoard more money at the top. JP Morgan Chase approved a $30 billion stock buyback, removing common stock from the people and giving it to mutual fund companies. Anybody ever asking why Larry Fink at BlackRock literally has the auditing and the investment backing of the federal government without ever bidding for that? Anybody ever asking the questions why we're allowing them to hoard money and then steal from indigenous people all the land in Hawaii? Meanwhile, you've got Zuckerberg on top of a mountain. You've got Bill Gates on top of a mountain. And FYI, Bill Gates is the fourth. Because Bill Gates the third, his daddy, is the one that wrote the actual document called Natural Resources Damages. It is a book produced by Preston Ellis Gates. And his father is the one that argued and defended Exxon in the largest spill in our history of this planet. See, it's literally all connected. And if you start looking at the top and following the money, what you find is that these organizations are funding organized crime that are literally allowing fentanyl in through our port cities.
Yep.
And the reason I know that is because WHC LLC, actually WHC Worldwide LLC, which is operating in many of these cities like Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Jacksonville, Florida, West Palm Beach, Biloxi, just outside of in Pensacola. They're working with organized crime to shell organizations through Kansas City, Missouri, and hiding it through charities, just like the Giving Pledge is hiding money in their charitable construction. The charitable construction of these accounts is only a way for them to shell all of that investment. They don't pay their fair share in taxes, and we are all tired, we are all poor, and we're huddling here in the middle of the frozen winter begging for freedom. They have turned our nation into another slave state.
Yep.
They undervalue the equity of the black community when they buy homes by allowing the organizations that literally have oppressed them for years. Property appraisers are just another way of doing this. Only 98% are white. Oh, that's the whole damn thing. But 2% of property appraisers are actually minorities. And we have found across the country that they are undervaluing the homes of black citizens by hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this is allowed by the underwriters at the same banks that gave them the mortgages and then resell them, package them into real estate investment trusts, and then resell them to those rich, wonderfully accredited investors up north. Again, taking the money and running from the actual people. We don't have an inflation problem. If we had an inflation problem, the largest underlying cost of inflation would be the cost of labor, and labor prices haven't gone up. Bank of America Merrill Lynch, on a Friday, sent out a notice to all of their employees saying, hey, congratulations, you're gonna get 6 more mental health televisits. And the next Monday,
I love you, man.
Oh, no.
No problem.
There you go. Please keep going.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how to use it. I just know how to project.
Do the technicals.
Thank you. Woo, woo. The following Monday, Bankers Magazine alerted all of us to the fact.
Hello?
There we go.
Now we get action.
No, my pleasure. The following Monday, Bank of America on Bankers Magazine notified us that Brian Moynihan gave himself a 30% pay increase. There are people that I have never seen before that were willing to sacrifice their jobs on LinkedIn to tell people about the fact that they didn't receive any merit increases despite the fact that they had exemplary performance reviews. I was internally whistleblowing for 2.5 years that Bank of America Merrill Lynch was violating Reg SEC BI, which would have given a fiduciary responsibility to them to make sure that they trained their advisors properly. And they were so rushed to put people into jobs that they didn't care that they were actually giving sound financial advice. This is what they're doing to our retirements.
Yep.
They're literally gutting us and then turning us into a slave state. They're allowing outside investment companies and shell corporations to buy our homes at 30% less than the actual value. And what do? We sell them because we're desperate to pay off our debts. That's fine. You don't have to own my home. As long as I can live in my car, I'm fine. But once I started whistleblowing, they literally blackballed me and other people. In fact, there's a class action lawsuit against all of the investment firms currently about the fact that they blackball advisors who go against the system, who raise their hands and say no more. Well, I'm done with the bullshit. I've had it. Time is up. The last grain of sand has run through and the banks have wasted our time and our money. And we've all given the time and talent and treasure, and that is it. We have tithed too much for too long. Our backs are broken. Amazon is going to use literally the entire American workforce in 5 years. They hire entire families. And then what do? They take away the actual stock benefit from their people. I guess giving someone a $5,000 per year bonus was a bit much for them. And meanwhile, Sedgwick, the company that actually runs all of their workman's comp cases, has literally been found to let people die waiting for their workman's comp cases to go through. I would know. My mother actually had a workman's comp case against Amazon, who uses the same productivity calculations that we saw during slavery. Interestingly enough, the word lynch comes from Merrill Lynch. He's the one that taught everyone exactly how to beat down people. The entire productivity pay gap has grown so wide that we are all sitting here starving, yearning to break free. And I love my girl dressed up as Lady Liberty because you know what? Give us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to break free. We all are. Enough is fucking enough. And the fact that they sit there and they take away the opportunity when we turn the system against them through GameStop and AMC. I like my movies. I really thoroughly enjoyed GameStop. I'm a nerd. I like to game, damn it. And that's where I got to hang out with my people. And you know what? When all of us nerds got together, I don't say the meek shall inherit the earth, the geek shall inherit the earth is what's happened. And this is where we all would hang out. This was our sanctuary. And what did they do? They tried to take these away from us. And then when we got together, we pulled our investments because we are smart, we are capable. What did they do? They let those huge hedge funds that were working on the backside to basically take it away.
Yep.
Well, they didn't like that, did they? So what did they do? They printed off all of those actual trade confirmations. They stored them in a Chicago warehouse. And then, oh, suspiciously, that Chicago warehouse burns to the ground. Exactly. This is what I'm talking about. It is not a global conspiracy. We all know what's going on. It is actually, they are all conspiring and colluding to keep us poor and enslaved because they know that they can't keep their fucking lifestyle if we stand up and say no more. We are many, they are few, and enough is enough. If they raise the labor cost, then they could say inflation was real, but it hasn't been real. They lied to everyone. And then I watched the Wall Street Journal publishing fake bullshit. I'm like, you know what the problem is? They kept us all stupid. Because they wouldn't let us get an education because we're all too poor. You either end up in the military, prison, or working for them, and then they get rid of you once you learn too much. Thank you. Ronald Reagan gutted our labor unions. That's where we had collective bargaining. And now we're all like crabs trying to climb out of a freaking barrel, and we're crushing each other under that weight. We need to realize that we're not crabs, we're humans. Oh, and by the way, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the Tata Foundation, both have been around for quite some time. They don't want you to know that sickle cell anemia, yeah, fun fact, that's a genetic issue caused by inbreeding and chattel slavery. The only reason that Microsoft wanted to go ahead and eradicate polio in India, it was so that they could enslave their people for our customer service phone calls. Fun fact. That's my rhyme. Peace out.
Mike?
Hey! Good job.
My name's Marlena Geddes. Thank you.
What's your name again?
Marlena Geddes.
Marlena Geddes.
And I'm running for president, not taking a dime from anybody because I don't give a fuck anymore.
There you go.
Power to the people.
G-E-D-D-E-S.
You got a card?
Thank you very much.
Were you just driving by yelling out of your
Yeah,
car?
I love that! Yelling out of my lesbian U-Haul, my Subaru? Yes, I was.
I love that.
Trust in God, but tie your Subaru. Yeah, well, time's up.
Thank you for coming back.
No, are you kidding me? This was necessary because honestly what they've done is criminal. And the SEC and this wheel runs way too slow. The federal government has been taking their damn time. And I'll tell you what, when I let them know about this, they also allowed things like my son to be taken away from me. I reached out to the FBI. I let them know. By the way, they're using the exact same psychological tactics in Florida that they used on women when we had the right to vote. They're calling us hysterical, schizophrenic. We must be crazy. Well, funny enough, Stalin used the exact same techniques and diagnosed people with something called sluggish schizophrenia before he stuffed them into gulags. Yeah, I'm a hell of a reader. And I don't settle for BS. Or, in sign language, bullshit.
I love it.
So, thank you all.
You're amazing. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Absolutely.
There you go, guys. She is great. She knows what's going on.
Very good.
You welcome, grow better.
But I have to keep changing it because, well, you know.
Well, I don't, so hang on.
Well, it's definitely liberating.
Yeah, I don't know about that Bill Gates stuff and all the political stuff.
Oh, I
I
don't
don't know
care.
if that's gonna get.
It won't. They try to silence in any way they can.
That's what I'm talking about.
She just kind of like
BE for USA. I'm not for sure, but she knows what's going on in the stock market, in the banking systems.
that Bank of America is actually owned by China.
Yep.
She's hiding under that name.
I would say you got $2. That's a fish. And a bunch of dicks underneath.
It's weird. I just like had transmission issue.
Is it? Yeah, it is.
No,
Wow,
for
that's weird.
a second it was. I know it was full for the longest time.
Well, it might be all the cameras that are out here now.
Oh, maybe.
My daddy's military. I'm a military brat. I took the right steps. And you know what? I gave them every chance to put it back there.
Oh, that's fine, man. Hey, girl, better go look at that video that I put out on the. Okay, yeah, make sure you watch that video. You'll learn a lot. You'll see how crooked these banks are and what they're doing to the American people.
Yeah, she's pretty smart. She knows what she's talking about.
And also, fun fact, she's completely falsified inflation and scarcity of
I gotta wear my hands.
Oh my God. You can't tell anybody that was an Farmer's Almanac will tell you that we know what a heat wave is to get the fucking cows inside. And you literally had all the feeds the cows were the thickest. And furthermore, by the way, we orchestrated that bullshit over Ukraine so we could privatize the fucking red dot. Yeah.
So why the hell do you need to go over there?
We did it because the IMF.
Look at this new spending bill. $95 billion more dollars going to go to Ukraine. And that's just what they. That's just what
They're giving them 31 brand new MLAs that haven't been built yet. Yeah. They got a build. By that time, Russia would be.
Well, that's the whole point. They want it to be completely just.
She's a whistleblower.
So that they don't have to beg for that money from the
Because
IMF.
is going in to fix it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to go in. They're going to be the ones
Well,
fixing
I mean,
it.
right now, you literally have.
Yes, guys, please go share this to all your social medias, your Facebooks, your Twitters. What's that?
Carol said, did you say my name before?
No, I didn't say your name. Yeah.
Oh, don't even get me started on that. The fact that there's a long-term contract with the Democratic Republic of Congo, not for their cobalt. He's using child labor.
You know, we actually got the real news out here. Or not the real news, but the fake news. Hey, Tamara, how are you?
I'm from Syria on one side. I'm telling you, the Syrian Lebanese drawings, I wrote fucking shit up after World War I. And they did that why? To be able to control the oil. And they did it before. Because Shell Oil had somebody that was actually drawing up strategy. It's called the art of the long view. You strategize all these possibilities. And that's how we
Alright, so I come back from behind the clouds.
Okay. Yeah. It's bullshit. Done. I'm sick of being in towns that are military cities and we have homeless all over. Literally.
Yeah, she is, Annie.
All dressed up, wearing their designer outfits, taking pictures next to monuments. Meanwhile, there are people laying there on the ground that are homeless. How many people of our vets are homeless?
Too many.
Exactly. When you walk through the Capitol building, you see the massive
Yes, we are, Tamara.
DOD. Listen, Eisenhower warned us of the military-industrial complex, and we didn't fucking listen. And right now, we need to fucking listen because they are literally stripping away our freedom left and right. Fun fact. Honestly, honestly, Taco Bell. X. But here's the thing. I'm not a dictator. Dicks are good. Taters good. Dictators bad. Okay? Like, don't like them. Yes, that was a Lord of the Rings joke.
Was it?
Yes, it was. Taters precious.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're my kind of man.
Thank you. I'm a military brat who's just been raised. I have a shit ton of tacit knowledge.
Did you just jump out of the car?
Good, I like your eye.
Oh, you like my eye?
Yes, yeah, like she just
You know,
totally
see,
bossed
see, look at this. CEO blocks. I got my eyes on you. All the CEOs.
What can I say? I've been paying attention. Yes.
I'm Marlena. I didn't
I'm Marlena. Nice to meet you, Marlena. And I'm Asperger's as fuck, and they weren't counting on that. I've got the right to remain silent. I do not have the ability. Thank you, Ron White. It's too much. It's too much.
You know, so we've been talking extremely yelling and nobody's hearing. Now we got to get louder.
snap?
You know why I don't snap? Because I wasn't indoctrinated in boot camp.
You in the military?
No, I'm a military brat, so I learned the chain of command, but I don't fucking follow it.
Okay.
Unless I need to.
Okay.
Listen, I've always said I give them numerous opportunities to do the right thing. You can call me the devil. I don't give a shit what you want to call me, but you know what? Time's up. There's a couple of people like, you're crazy. No, I'm not crazy. I've worked for 20 years in finance. And before that, I worked for AOL. By the way, the collapse of AOL was orchestrated. And when you actually look back into it, it's because AOL was allowing us to break down the silos of information.
Yeah.
And TikTok also was breaking down those silos of information. And TikTok, ByteDance, Lark, interestingly enough, Microsoft has been funding behind the scenes people to go after medical practitioners' licenses who were telling people about how bad the pandemic really was. Because in Florida, the governor actually raided a woman's home when she was reporting the actual numbers in Florida. Because let's be honest, Florida man be crazy, and they were literally just infecting
Mater,
each
how
other
are you?
nonstop. Meanwhile, they're using every possibility under the sun. Baker Acts. Everything that they used to use, they're doing it again. And honestly, what they're trying to push us is toward fascism. And January 6th was their beer hall push. Like, if you study World War II enough, you understand there's a book written by John Edwin Bakeless, The Economic Conditions Before a World War. We're in it, but they pushed us to it. And the only way that we stop is if we stand up together and say, fuck off, no more. Because enough is enough.
She did my fuck off. Fuck off.
Actually, my favorite is the Lily Allen, fuck you. Yeah, no, it's up. I'm over it.
Love it. Ah.
Yeah.
Power. Oh, we got another big camera. Sweet. Good. Yourself?
That's really funny.
Who are you with?
My uncle the other day said, I hope I don't
Oh,
see
okay.
you. Tough
Pretty
shit.
good, pretty good.
Too bad.
You were just live.
Excellent. I hope Ryan Moynihan shits in.
What? Oh, I know. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Well, nobody, like, you didn't see anybody talking about the massive sanction about the Dodd-Frank violation of the Book and Records Keeping Act. Nobody talks about it. I was literally teaching class, because of course I'm a video game nerd, right? So what did I do? I noticed when the pixels changed on my computer, I immediately notified the SEC. I spoke to Senior Special Investigator Morris, and I said, listen, they remoted into my emails. They deleted my emails where I was whistleblowing. They have been actively
Yes, we do, River Rock.
me when I actually asked for equal pay to start with. I took it and I took it and I could take it no more. And I'm like, that's it. I'm whistleblowing. Fucking 20-yard penalty. Other goal line. You messed up. I don't even like football though, because honestly, Shad Khan that owns the Jacksonville Jaguars, he literally got financial advisors to do illegal loss harvesting trades. And then, and then he's got an $80 million fucking tax bill, and he's not paying it.
It doesn't have to. He's going to get away scot-free.
Oh, and then he's draining Jacksonville of every possible tax credit. And Lenny Curry, who pushed for the privatization of our actual, like, electric company, and all of the people that were part of it went down, but Lenny Curry is still sitting there.
And he will remain.
You know why? Because that organized crime having his back, because he's bringing fentanyl into his fucking ports. And guess how they're getting it in? All these discount appliances that they're selling in Orlando.
She definitely knows her stuff, don't she?
Doesn't take much. Do you know what a lethal dose of fentanyl is? Exactly. And when you're they're putting it in. They're putting it in. Exactly. And you don't think they're going to try to poison our water supply? And you know who started that? The Roman legionaries. They did it when they lined the baths over in the They knew what they were doing. And furthermore, biological warfare, in Jacksonville, Florida, I saw them set off a gram-negative. It is a minority neighborhood. They're doing everything to suppress the vote again. See, the thing is, they knew when they wrote these people, they didn't mean to get them white vote. What they meant was educated.
Yeah.
So they knew that they were literally considered. That's why I'm nothing against CBS.
Yes, she definitely is, Patricia.
The 1776 Constitution, that actually was built for all of us. But they had to wait because they knew that newly enslaved people would not have the ability to critically think. And they're using the exact same psychological warfare techniques that were used across the board to keep people oppressed during the Reconstruction right now. They keep it active and maintain a series of terror in this country so that we're constantly afraid. And when we're constantly afraid, that removes the foundation, especially when they made us all fucking autistic. So all of us are terrorized, so we can't critically think. It takes a lot less energy to look down at our phones than it does for us to look up and look at the people that are causing the problem. No, that's cool. Oh, shoot, I dropped my stuff. Fell out of my pocket. Thank you. No, absolutely. No, do what you gotta do. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I love that.
Hey, good morning, bro.
No, it's not a fair market when it's rigged. And you can't.
I'll definitely ask her, Denise.
Science.
They know you.
The only real science is philosophy. They keep telling you that philosophy is a degree that's not going to get you anywhere. But philosophy is the one science that makes you ask questions and think critically. But notice they convince people not to take that up in school. They want you to be a specialist, because if you're a specialist, you silo your thought. When you're a specialist, you only specialize in one area. For example, if we got the geologists working with the people that are studying autism, that are working with the people that are dealing with climate change, what you might find out is that all of the stuff that you are seeing right now, from sinkholes to autism, are all caused by mining runoff. Fun fact. Yeah, that's what happens when you start working together and asking the question and digging in and finding the root of the problem. P.S. Beware false prophets. Yeah, that was just a spelling error. It was beware false prophets, Profits. That's the problem. They tricked us all into thinking that we were profiting, and we aren't, because they can easily take it away from us with corporate stock buybacks that were allowed under Reagan. He's the one that re-allowed that. Corporate stock buybacks should not be a thing, because if you want to lend money, that's called a bond. So you know what? We should put the bonds on them.
Yep.
Enslave the companies to us, not the other way around. And that's it, I think. Give me a few more minutes. I'm sure I'll come up with another one.
Siobhan's sister.
Hello. Double dogs for life.
We got all these beautiful people that came out here for the last
Hello.
2 days. This young lady here was driving by, started screaming out the window.
What
They're
can I
like,
say?
oh my God, we got a crazy one. No.
What can I say? God puts you where you're supposed to be.
Yes, they do. And she come out, so hopefully we'll be able to talk some more in the future with her. Because voices is what's important. People are willing to speak out. And aren't they?
Yes.
I was saying it last night when I was decompressing after the event. I literally turned to everybody and I said, we just told them this is something big and bad.
Put the apes all over the streets.
You have to. It's just one.
Oh, yeah,
That's good. I don't care if he's got God's arm on his side. There's more of us than there are of them. And enough is enough.
Yeah, I need people to walk by that.
Exactly. You know what?
I like that.
We're all huddled.
Yeah.
We're all
it's today,
freezing our
2 years
butts
today.
off.
Right.
We're all tired of this shit. And if they say it's free, don't say it's for me.
Let me get
If
that
it
real
seems too
quick.
good to be true, it probably is. Don't take less than you deserve when people are offering you money for your home.
Back
Don't
the same?
do that,
No.
because they're trying to steal
Oh, yeah,
from
there you go.
That which you have worked hard for. And they
There you
know
go,
that.
guys. That's Gary Gensler.
They know
He's in
that.
charge of the
You'll never
SEC.
be able to buy another home for the value you've got.
Doesn't do anything.
Feels bad. We got
Yeah.
It's a live one.
It's a live one. See you guys? This is what I'm talking about. Getting people together.
Love this. Payment for order flow and failure to deliver. Damn right.
Oh, man.
You know, and nothing was worse than the day at Merrill because I worked at Merrill Edge. And the day that they actually had this happen, they were sitting there like, just like the system broke down. Oh no, our system can't handle it anymore. That's awfully strategic. When you aren't funding the platform that you're expecting people to be able to trade on, and then, oh, we knew it was going to get hairy. Quelle surprise.
It's unfortunate.
Oh, it's unfortunate. Gary can suck my balls. Like, he can kiss my whole chocolate starfish. Because
Happy fall, because AMC is worth a lot of money. Lots and lots of money. They're just manipulating it to look like it's not.
International terrorism. They literally allow the degradation of peoples around the world for what? And I will tell you this: I saw a guy over in the parking lot, sat there running his car, talking on the phone. We need to be more mindful of what we do. Like, you guys are literally standing
Wife
up
will
for
put it
this.
in the chat in a second.
Carry that into
Rhonda.
your daily lives. Don't just sit there and throw things away. Sort your fucking recycling. It takes time and it takes money for us to actually stand up together, and that's the important thing.
Just look back on your chat.
Also, nice beard, sir. Silver foxes for life.
Keeps you warm out here in the sun.
I got it. It does, right? I don't know. My brother always told me that I look like him, but I've got a mustache, and I was like, "Fuck you, bro."
What sucks is I work at a chemical factory, and once a year we have to get a dinner for
There's a parking lot right there.
You know how to handle it.
Come back this way. Go in, enter the roundabout. Cut to the left. See this red light right here? You're gonna go around that. Go straight.
No matter how long you've been in it.
And I'm gonna put you, like, if there is a bill, I'm gonna be
I also grew a better mustache than my brother.
Hey, if you do, I'll walk away.
Wifey just put it in the chat. Her name is Marlena Geddes. Marlena Geddes, Beverly.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
So there's a lot of speculation behind that, and that's only one of the many. There's actually hundreds of companies out there. AMC has suffered a lot of naked short selling. They have seen a lot of problems in the marketplace. But again, there's always that level where the company needs to step up as well. So at a retail level, we can only make so much noise. When the company steps up and they do their end of it, they bring forth the evidence to show that this is happening, that's when this is really going to come to light. And in my opinion, with the AMC movement, that hasn't happened quite yet. And I think it's going to in the very near future. I think a lot of companies are scared to be able to stand up and say the things that need to be said, because when they do that, they are now subject to the same legal ramifications that we would be subject to with insider short sell trading, or insider trading, not short sell, insider trading. They're subject to those same things. They can't say the things they want to say due to the rules laid out by a building right over here, the SEC. They said, no, you must keep your mouth shut. You can't be that person. As a publicly traded company, you have to abide by our rules, not yours. So right now, our hope for today is to bring more awareness. But in the end, we need the SEC to step up. We need them to do their job. They need to come out here and really lay the smackdown, bring the hammer down on these people who are illegally naked short-selling companies. They need to truly come out and ban spoofing. They need to really come out here and change the reg show rules. They need to come out and stand up for the retail investor like they're supposed to. As soon as they do that, as soon as they decide that it's really truly time to shatter the broken system, then we could truly expose the truth to what's going on in the corporate hedge fund, corporate institutional world. And that's going to really bring light and change to the future of America. Thank you very much.
They try to get the building in the background.
I can get them. Let me go find it. Where's the guy?
Right, first day.
Mike. Excellent.
How you doing, Doc?
No.
He's going to change up the shot.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You want me to mic him up? Maybe just go, yeah, if you don't mind. Yeah, sidewalk or something.
Yeah. Should I take my hat off?
Yeah. Represent us, please. It's cold out here.
Yeah, it's cold.
It's over here.
I got his mic on the inside of his collar.
Yeah,
is that scratching or anything?
No, you're good. You can step over here if you don't mind. Yeah, right there is perfect, George. Thank you. George, if you could just look at me, stay right where you're at. Could you say and spell your first and last name?
My first name is Donahue, D-O-N-N-A-H-U-E. My last name is George, G-E-O-R-G-E.
What brings you out here today, sir?
The fraud and corruption in the stock market, the naked shorting, the dog pool abuse, all the spoofing, and everything that's been going on in the market for the last 2 years. We provide overwhelming evidence to the SEC, to FINRA, to DTCC, to CFTC of the fraud and corruption in the market, and they have refused to do their job. They have refused to do their job. It's getting to the point where the bad actors are given opportunity to rob and steal from retail investors with no repercussions whatsoever. I even had to file a lawsuit against the SEC, FINRA, Ken Griffin, and Citadel in order to get them to pay attention to what's going on in the market.
Let me interrupt. You said you guys have provided, is it 2 years worth of evidence?
Right.
Talk about what kind of, I'm sorry for interrupting.
Okay.
What evidence and what are you talking about just for general knowledge?
Okay. When you look at fair to the livers are like a big indicator of naked shorting. And with a lot of these stocks, and not just AMC, not just GME, a lot of these stocks, you have millions of fair to the livers. So if there's millions of fair to the livers, that means they never had the shares to begin with. And the SEC is aware of that, and they do absolutely nothing. If you look at the APE share, the day that the APE share came out, there was 45 million fair to the livers. How was that even possible when the share was issued that day? And so there's more than enough evidence to initiate an investigation by the SEC, but the SEC refuses to do an investigation. And another thing that happens is, even when they go after the bad actors and they find them, the fine is usually a small percentage of the money they gain from the criminal activity. It's like if you and I go rob a bank for $1 million and then the cops catch us, the cops take $100,000 out of the million and let us keep the 900,000 and don't tell us to give the money back to the bank. And that's kind of how the system works. So what happens is, instead of acting as a deterrent, it's kind of emboldening the bad actors to continue the bad behavior. And that's what's a major problem in the market. And what they try to do, they try to break us up. They try to make us infight. They try to make us infight amongst each other to make it look like this is an AMC issue or a GME issue or MLT issue or BBY issue, when that's not the thing. What they're doing, the fraud and corruption in the market, affects everyone who has a 401k, everyone who has a pension fund, everyone who invests in a mutual fund, anyone who cares about the financial future of their family, their kids and their grandkids needs to be aware of what's going on, because the corruption at this point is overwhelming. And the thing is, the SEC wants us to think that they're doing their job by implementing new legislation, but the problem with that